Here's a cold start video for my 64 Jeep Gladiator. Today is September 5th, 2023, and although it is a cold start video, it is a hot day today. It's about 90 degrees out right now. Here, why don't you hold the camera? I haven't run it in several days, as you can see from the dirt and stuff that's on the hood and whatnot. I have a temperature gauge pointed right at the headers, 87 degrees. And I can reach down and put my hand right on the header, so it is cold. It's a 350 Chevy out of a 78 or 79, I can't quite remember, from a C10 pickup truck. Has an aluminum aftermarket valve or intake manifold. Also has a Holley aftermarket carburetor. Dual master cylinder, power brakes. That is from a early 1970s, like a Chevelle with the dual, like I said, the dual master cylinder and the proportioning valve. This does have power steering, which came from a Ford, and so it's a Ford power steering box with a GM Saginaw power steering pump. Has air conditioning from Cold Master. The fuse box is underneath the hood, and it also has a toolbox over here, which has the controller for the winch in this box, or in this little bag right here. You take this thing out, plug it in there, and that is the controls for your winch. A couple of screwdrivers, and then just about every tool that you need to completely overhaul this vehicle. Cross flow aluminum radiator with an overflow tank here. Pretty much everything else is more or less straightforward. Pumps on the gas. It does have a custom gauge set in here. Standard transmission. Has a GPS speedometer, so after a few days it takes a few seconds for it to lock onto the satellite so you get the speed, but usually within about 10 seconds it's ready to go. Take a picture of the interior. Why don't you walk around the front, and on the passenger side we'll take it for a ride. Power windows. The door panels are custom made with a different type of door latch than was originally on these. The old door latch used to be here, I think, and the window crank was down here. Oops, seatbelts. It does have 3-point seat belts for the driver and the passenger. The center passenger has a one-way seat belt. I get that seat belt on there, buddy. Currently, no headliner. Power steering makes this much easier to drive.
Hopefully I got the oil gauge.
Okay. The truck doesn't have a fan connected to the water pump. You don't have to take a picture of me. It doesn't have a fan connected to the water pump. It has an electric fan. The thermostat for that comes on at about 100. Oh, I have to cut that piece out. It's a 4-speed transmission, but typically you don't use first gear unless you really want to crawl with it. And you have to make sure you actually put it in second gear before you get out the clutch, or you grind it like I just did. That was operator error, not failure on the part of the Jeep. Nice through the gears. It does have 410 or 411 gears in the front and the rear end, so it really is geared for non-highway use. Probably 40 pounds of oil pressure. Miles an hour is about at $2,000 on the tachometer. Then you can hit the stop button now.